Hello everyone, welcome to our API training session. So today we are going to learn how to make an invoice through our API. So what is an API? API are predefined software tools that easily enable interactivity between applications. So how do we use our API? What the format do we need into our API? What do we make an invoice through our API? So let's use our documentation here to see how our API used. So we have two kind of format that is used into our API. First format is JSON format. The second one is XML format. Let's take an example of JSON format to make our invoice. So our format of invoice, it have three important parts. First part, it's the company information. Second part is called header, and the third one is called item list. Item list means all those items that made our invoice. So let's take an example. We have this invoice, these three parts of our formatting. Have company T number, the T number of the company, or T number of taxpayer. We have the company name here. Our company is called Test Taxpayer. We have company security key. This is our security key company. We have second part called header, which have flag. Flag means the kind of transaction. Is it invoice, or is it refund? Is it purchase? Is it pro forma? Is it an inventory? All those kind. We have username. The employees who is going to make an invoice have this employees called masengesho. We have now the invoice number. Let's call this invoice info 1. We have date of the invoice. Today we are on 31 January. We have currency. In Burundi we use BIF or FBU. We have client T number. Here let's use this T number. We have client name. Let's call this client algorithm. Have total VAT. You have total levies. Here you have 0 levies because in Burundi we don't have levy. You have total amount, number of items we are going to sell, and also you have third part, which belongs all product you are going to sell. Product on your invoice. We have this frito 250 ml. The tax rate is 0 because you have tax code of A. Levy amount A, levy amount B, we have 0 because, as I said, we don't have levy here. Have the quantity of this item called frito. We have the batch number, the category, let's say it's a brick. soft trick. And also you have the second item called Kinju, which it have item code. It is taxable because it have tax code of B. You have one quantity and unit price of 1000. You have the batch number of this item and their expired date. So let's post this invoice and see if we get the response. Just we click here on send and wait a little bit. So our invoice of this credit called algorithm loan is well received. So let's back to our API documentation to check the format of the response or signature. You have two parts: company information and header. Yes, let's put our company information. We have what in here. We have security key. Also you have number of our invoice, yes, our flag. Any kind of transaction is invoice. Because it is not found, have to put this as empty. So let's see the response. Okay, the response is there. You see, this is our response. So let's see in the system. Yeah, you see, this is the response we got. Involve one as the number of invoice. So this is how our API, or how we make the invoice using our API. So there's another things. Let's see how we can print our invoice through our system. Let's see that invoice can make print. So let's see the last invoice of algorithm loan. Let's see how it look like. Let's go algorithm loan. See how it look. So this is our invoice, how it look. We have sale, this frito, 215 ml, the quantity of 2, and Kinju 1.5 liter, the quantity of 1. And this Kinju is taxable because it have tax code B, and also you get the screenshot of Ober. This is how our invoice look like when we print it. So another things, let's see another important things of how you can monitor a business by making a Z report which show you all information or status of your business in one day. sometimes it is called the report. Let's see how it looks. This is important things. We are on 21 January. Let's see this Z report of today. Let's call Z like this. Let's see how it looks. As you see, this is the Z report. This is the normal sales, the total number of total amount on your invoice of today. We have taxable amount, and also it shows the number of items sold, closing stock, the discount, show you the refund or invoice which was cancelled, show you the sales credit and sales cash and things like that. So let's see another important report. It's a kind of this report, but it's a monthly report or the report of more than one day. This report is called X report. It's a report which is good. Let's see, start last day on 20 January until today. Let's see the status of our business. This is X report. See how it looks. See, we have this total amount on our report. We have number of sales. We sell 7 items from last day until today. We have total taxable A. We have taxable B. We have also number of items sold, it's a 7. So this is how our X report look like. So moreover, there is another things, how and where we can find all the transaction when we made at a certain time. So this platform is called Live or Igichuma, where the taxpayer, he or she have to have TIN number and password to check his transaction or her transaction. Let's use our TIN number and password to check if the invoice we made, if it has reached there. So this is on Live. This is the invoice we have made on the credit card algorithm Burundi. You can see more on this report. We have made an invoice with 2 items, which is called Frito and Kinjo. And this Frito was not taxable because it has tax code of R, and this Kinjo is taxable because they have tax code of B. So let's see, here we can see an inventory report. If you have made it, you can see the refund. If you have made it refund, you can see the purchase. If you have made the purchase, and so on. So thank you for watching.